This video describes and summarizes the changes to the regulations for sport fishing in the Inland District. To view the full legal version of the regulations, please visit the Secretary of State's webpage. Questions may be emailed to the address below. Revisions have been made to sections related to closed seasons, species limitations, special management areas, definitions and restrictions, conduct of fishermen, and miscellaneous restrictions. Closed seasons, Section 26-112-44. Remove the closed season for fishing on all lakes, ponds, rivers, and streams. This affects 107 lakes and ponds, which previously were closed to fishing for part of the year. All rivers and streams are open to fishing year-round. Previously, the majority of rivers and streams had a closed season for part of the year. The exception were those with special trout regulations. Retains thermal refuge closures to protect trout-seeking refuge in cold water tributaries, as indicated by signs posted by Connecticut DEEP. Species limitations, Section 26-112-45. Revise the statewide daily creel limit for trout and kokanee to be 5 trout daily and 5 kokanee daily. Previously, this limit was 5 of either, or 8 in aggregate. Establish a statewide catch and release season for trout from March 1 to 6 a.m. on the second Saturday of April. Daily creel limit during this period is 0. All trout must be immediately returned to the water from which taken without avoidable injury. We strongly encourage best practices for catch and release fishing to minimize post-release mortality. Note, there are exceptions for trout management lakes and tidal water tributaries. Extended the season on trout management lakes from March 31st to 6 a.m. on the second Saturday of April. Previously, this season was March 1st to March 31st, followed by a short closed season. Trout management lakes are Amos Lake, Black Pond in Woodstock, Candlewood Lake, Crystal Lake in Ellington, East Twin Lake, Highland Lake, Mohawk Pond, Long Pond, Quanapog Lake, Rogers Lake, Squance Pond, West Hill Lake, Wanuskaponic Lake. Special Management Areas, Sections 26-112-46. Renames the list of waters called rivers and streams open year-round to be tidal waters and tributaries. These include Connecticut River and Coves, Thames River and Coves, Mystic River, Niantic River, as well as portions of the Housatonic River, Farmington River, Mattabeesett River, Coggeshall River, Yantic River, Chetucket River, Quinnipiac River, and Naugatuck River. Establish trout regulations on East Twin Lake and Lake Wanuskaponic. During the period from 6 a.m. on the second Saturday in April through the last day of February, the daily creel limit for trout shall be 5, not more than one of which may be a brown trout, and the minimum length for brown trout shall be 22 inches. During the period from March 1st through 6 a.m. on the second Saturday in April inclusive, the daily creel limit for trout shall be 1, and the minimum length shall be 22 inches. Established a limit of 2 devices per person when ice fishing on East Twin Lake or Lake Wanuskaponic. This may be 2 tip-ups, 2 jigging rods, or 1 of each. Adds Long Pond in North Stonington and Lake Wanuskaponic to the list of trout management lakes. Definitions and Restrictions, Section 26-112-43. Established a definition for cast net, inline circle hook, and culling, and provides legal use and prohibition. Revised the definition of daily creel limit and of possession limit in order to remove confusion about if and when an angler can continue to fish. Revised the definition of closed season to conform with the definition provided in a state statute. Conduct of Fishermen, Section 26-112-39. Minor editorial changes were made to remove language that is out of date or obsolete related to fishing easements and the practice of mooring a boat at a state boat launch. Miscellaneous Restrictions, Sections 26-112-48. Establishes prohibition for ice fishing on Factory Pond, Salisbury, Lake Chamberlain, Bethany, Lake Saltonstall, Branford, East Haven, Maltby Lakes, Orange, West Haven, Lake McDonough, New Hartford, Barkhamsted, and Schnipsett Lake, Ellington, Tolland, Vernon. Thank you for your support of Connecticut's fish and fisheries. 100% of your investment in a fishing license or stamp comes to the Bureau of Natural Resources to support fish and wildlife programs. By state law, this money cannot be used for any other purpose. Should you have questions, comments, or suggestions, please reach out to us via the email at the address below or call 860-424-3474. Thank you.